part with his money. Meet Tunde, the stingiest millionaire in Africa and possibly the stingiest boyfriend Nigeria has ever produced. But one day, life, love and heartbreak teamed up to teach him a painful lesson he would never forget. And trust me, when you hear what Tunde did, you'll be too shocked to close your mouth. Tunde was young, handsome, successful, and painfully stingy. If stinginess was an Olympic sport, Tunde would win gold, silver, and bronze. He could have 10 million in his account and still argue over 50 naira change with a street hawker. Whenever his friends visited, he would greet them warmly but hide his fridge keys. The man treated meat like diamonds. If you asked him for a bottle of water, he would first calculate how thirsty you really were. Even his girlfriend Kemi suffered. Kemi once asked for 30,000 naira to fix her hair for a big interview, and Tunde responded, "Baby, don't worry. Natural beauty is better. Go like that." Kemi smiled, but deep down, a thunderstorm was brewing. Kemi truly loved Tunde, but dating him felt like dating a human calculator. He loved her dearly, but hated spending on her. One day, Kemi received a notification to come clear her goods that had arrived at the harbour. Kemi had just launched an interior decoration business. She didn't have the money needed for the clearance of the goods because she had just finished a big project and had not yet received her payment. She wasn't asking him to gift her the money. It was a huge amount of money. She wanted a loan. She was going to pay back. To Kemi's shock, Tunde declined her request and told her that he couldn't give her that amount of money. Kemi begged, but Tunde refused. That night, Kemi sat him down, her eyes glistening with disappointment. "Tunde, do you even love me?" Kemi asked. "Of course I do," Tunde replied. "Then tell me why it is easier for you to donate blood than money," Kemi had asked. Kemi overlooked the incident, but she had no idea that something bigger was going to happen that would be too scary to ignore. On a Monday that would change their lives, Dami, Tunde's younger sister, had found herself at the ICU at the General Hospital. The sound of rushing footsteps, panicked voices, and beeping machines filled the small General Hospital. Dami was pacing outside the ward, clutching her phone tightly. Her eyes were red and her hair was a mess from hours of stress. Suddenly, she dialed Kemi's number. "Kemi, I beg. Mommy, they're very sick. The doctor says she needs oxygen urgently. But the General Hospital is overcrowded because doctors just resumed after the strike. Patients are everywhere. Please help me beg Tunde to send money so that I can take mommy to a private hospital," Dami begged, crying softly. Kemi froze. She panicked. "What? He hasn't sent the money? He's insisting we stay here. He said private hospital bills are too expensive." "But Kemi, mommy is getting weaker by the minute. Please talk to him," Dami responded. Kemi hung up and called Tunde immediately, her voice trembling. "Tunde, I just spoke with Dami. Your mom is struggling to breathe and you're refusing to send her to a private hospital? Are you serious right now?" Kemi asked. Tunde's calm, nonchalant tone cut through her words like a blade. "Kemi, I know it sounds bad, but private hospital bills are ridiculous. The General Hospital has well-trained medical personnel. Let mommy remain there. They'll attend to her eventually," Tunde said. Kemi gasped, unable to believe her ears. "Eventually, Tunde? What if eventually is too late? This is your mother's life," Kemi said. She was now furious, but Tunde remained stubborn. At that moment, something inside Kemi snapped. Without saying another word, she opened her banking app and transferred the money directly to Dami. "Take her to a private hospital now. Don't wait for him," Kemi texted Dami. Hours later, Dami sent a text confirming that their mother had been admitted to a private hospital and was stable. Relief washed over Kemi, but it was mixed with deep disappointment. That night, Kemi sat alone in her apartment, staring at her ceiling fan. Her heart felt heavy. If a man can't take care of his own mother, what hope do I have with him? Kemi whispered to herself. She made up her mind. She couldn't continue with the way things were. That was the night Kemi decided she would walk away from Tunde for good. The next day, Kemi broke up with him. Tunde's stinginess was felt by everyone. Even his younger sister Dami was a victim. One day she called him. "Bro Tunde, please, I need money to upgrade my wardrobe. People are laughing at me in school." Dami had asked her brother. "Upgrade wardrobe? My dear, YouTube is free. Search DIY clothes from cottons. You can design your own." Dami begged, but Tunde didn't budge. He believed in financial discipline, but to everyone else, he was just stingy. Weeks passed and Tunde thought Kemi would come back, but instead, she ignored all his messages and calls. She even instructed her gateman never to let him in. Tunde panicked. Suddenly, he realized he couldn't live without her. He remembered they had a shared calendar and quickly checked her schedule, and there he found out she was leaving the country. He saw her flight details and knew her plane was leaving at 4 p.m. On his way to the airport, Tunde stopped at his friend Femi's house to say hi. That was a big mistake. Femi and the boys had been plotting for weeks. They were tired of Tunde's stinginess. Every time they visited his mansion, he served them drink in glasses like he stole it. He never ever brought out the bottle of wine. Tunde locked his kitchen like a bank vault. That day, Femi smiled warmly. "Ah, Tunde, long time. You want chop?" "Ah, of course, today I dey very hungry." You see, even though Tunde was very stingy, he also could never say no when anything was offered to him. His friends knew that about him. They served him a delicious plate of jollof rice, fried plantain and goat meat. Tunde devoured it like a man possessed, licking his fingers and praising their cooking. Then Femi leaned forward. "See you eating now, but when we visit your house, you lock your kitchen, padlock your fridge and hide meat inside wardrobe. Today na your day." Tunde laughed awkwardly. Moments later, his eyes got heavy. Tunde collapsed on the couch and slept like a baby. The boys had spiked his drink, not to harm him, but to teach him a lesson. He woke up hours later. Panicked, he checked the time. It was 5:45 p.m. He grabbed his phone, checked Kemi's flight, and his heart sank. Kemi's plane had already left. Tunde staggered out, blaming himself. He was so furious. He had no idea his friends had dropped him. Tunde drove to Kemi's house anyway, hoping to see her. He prayed silently that her flight had been cancelled. The gateman met him at the gate. "Oga Tunde, Madam say make I tell you, she no dey ever come back." Tunde stood there frozen, feeling something inside him break. He finally realized what his friends, his sister and Kemi had been trying to teach him. Love without generosity dies slowly. But unknown to Tunde, this was just the beginning. His friends weren't done. The lesson was far from over. The next day, Tunde went full Nollywood. He staged a fake "I've changed" campaign on Instagram, hoping Kemi would see it. He posted videos giving 5,000 to random Okada riders with captions like "Be kind, life is short, hashtag Tunde the giver." He even recorded himself giving Kunle 100,000 naira. Kunle was a close friend of his and knew it was just an act. "Guy, no feel me o. This na first time you dey give me money since Goodluck Jonathan left office. The video went viral, but Kemi didn't reply. The more time that passed, the more miserable Tunde became, and truly, he started to reflect on his lifestyle. Weeks later, Tunde found out that Kemi was coming back. This was his one last chance to win her back. This time, he arrived at the airport 3 hours early. He had rehearsed his speech in front of the bathroom mirror. Kemi, baby, please forgive me for all my misdeeds. I promise to share all that I have with you. Please take me back. When he finally saw her, Kemi looked stunning in a flowing white dress and designer shades, but her face was cold. Tunde, what do you want? Kemi asked him. All the words Tunde had rehearsed flew out of his head. All he could say was, I want you back. The entire airport paused. People brought out their phones. Somebody even started live streaming. Then, with trembling hands, Tunde took a deep breath and said the words he had never told anyone. Kemi, you think I'm stingy because I don't love you. But the truth is, my father's lifestyle left a very negative effect on me. Kemi frowned. She was confused. Tunde's father was known in his lifetime to be a very rich and generous man. Everybody thought my father was a rich man. Big cars, big parties, spraying money at weddings like it was a central bank. People called him Chief Dollar, but when he died, we discovered something, Tunde said. Tunde's voice cracked. The bustling airport suddenly felt quiet. He was drowning in debt, Kemi. Loans everywhere. Banks came for our house, repossessed the cars. And do you know the worst part? All those people my father dashed money, those same people he helped, not one of them helped my mother or my sister. Not one, Tunde explained. Kemi's eyes softened. We almost became homeless. The only person who saved us was my uncle, a very frugal man. He taught me that wealth is survival, not show off. He would say, Tunde, be wise. Don't spend to impress the world. That won't help you when you're down. Tunde wiped his eyes, trying to hide the tears. So yes, I became careful with money. Maybe too careful, but I was scared, Kemi. I didn't want to end up like my father, Tunde said. Kemi was silent for a moment, then sighed deeply. Please say something, Tunde said. Before we continue, let me ask you, if you were Kemi, would you forgive Tunde or walk away? Drop your answer in the comments right now. And while you're there, give the video a thumbs up and subscribe so you don't miss my next African folktale. Back to the story. Tunde, I wish you had told me this earlier, Kemi said. She held his hands, tears in her eyes. I understand your actions now, and I forgive you, but Tunde, I can't come back. I don't feel safe with you. If you can choose money over your mom's life, who am I? Love needs trust, and that trust is broken, Kemi said. Tunde's lips trembled, but he nodded slowly. So is this goodbye? Tunde asked. Kemi smiled faintly. No, this is growth. Learn from this, Tunde. Don't be like your father. Don't be like your uncle either. Be better, Kemi said. She pulled him in for one last hug and whispered, take care of yourself. And she walked away. Tunde stood there watching her disappear into the crowd. For the first time in his life, his heart felt heavier than his wallet. Tunde was no longer the same man. After Kemi walked away at the airport, he sank into depression. He stopped going out, stopped hanging out with friends, and stopped laughing altogether. He tried calling Kemi countless times, but she didn't answer. He sent long emotional texts, even voice notes that sounded like Hollywood scripts. My Kemi, please don't leave me. Now only you they make me happy. Please come back. He got blue ticks showing she had read it, but there was no reply. Tunde wasn't one to drink, so he threw all his energy into his work. Within months, his business grew massively. His friends noticed his success, but also his sadness. They tried everything to cheer him up, Boys' night out, football matches, even karaoke. Nothing worked. One day, his younger sister Dami came into his room holding a travel brochure. "Bro, please, I need 500,000. My best friend's wedding is in London. I want to go." All Tunde would have said, 500,000 for wedding. Dami, you better attend the wedding on WhatsApp. But this new Tunde just opened his banking app and transferred the money without blinking. Dami stared at him, shocked. "Jesus, who are you and where is my brother?" Dami asked. Weeks later, Kunle, Femi and the rest of Tunde's friends called him. "Guy, abeg, come out for dinner. We just want bond, no stress, no drama," Kunle said. Tunde refused at first, but they begged. "Tunde, come prove say you don't forgive us for that sleeping pill saga, abeg." Begrudgingly, he dressed up and drove to Kunle's house. The moment Tunde stepped in, his friends cheered him. Kunle said, Mr. Stingy turned romantic, welcome home." Tunde rolled his eyes and sat down, but then the door opened and in walked Kemi. Tunde froze, his heart skipped 3 beats. His jaw dropped like NEPA just took light. Then, forgetting himself, he ran and hugged her tightly. His friend, sensing the moment, quietly left the room. Tunde held her hands, tears in his eyes. "Kemi, I've been a fool. I let fear control me. I let my past ruin us. Please forgive me. I promise nothing, and I mean nothing, will ever come before you again," Tunde said. Kemi looked at him silently for a long moment, then smiled softly. "You stubborn man. Do you know who begged me to come here today?" Kemi said to him. Tunde shook his head. "Your sister and those your troublesome friends," Kemi said. Tunde laughed through his tears, pulling her in for another hug. For the first time in months, he felt alive. Days later, Tunde went all out. He planned the perfect proposal, rooftop dinner, live band and fireworks spelling out, "Kemi, marry me." She cried, said yes, and the entire Lagos sky seems to shine brighter that night. But when it came to the wedding, something unexpected happened. Tunde, the once stingy man, became the biggest spender in Lekki history. "I want horses. I want fireworks. I want Simi to perform at our wedding," Tunde said. Kemi quickly grabbed his credit card from him. "Tunde, abeg, calm down. You were stingy for 30-something years. Now you want to scatter your destiny in one wedding," Kemi said. She eventually managed to keep the wedding on a budget, reminding him, "We want a magical day, not a financial funeral." On the big day, surrounded by friends, family and laughter, Tunde finally understood that true wealth was not the size of his wallet, but the love he shared. In the end, Tunde learned the lesson his father never did. Money without wisdom leads to misery. Generosity without balance leads to regret. But when love meets understanding, wealth becomes more than money. It becomes happiness. Tunde was no longer the stingy man everyone joked about. He wasn't the reckless spender either. He became a man who knew the value of money, the power of love, and the importance of balance. And as he danced with Kemi on their wedding night, he whispered to her, "Finally, I found true wealth." So what do you think about Tunde's transformation? Would you forgive someone like him or walk away like Kemi did at first? Tell me in the comments. And if you enjoyed this story, give this video a thumbs up, share it with your friends, and subscribe for more jaw-dropping African folktales. Click this video on your screen. Trust me, you don't want to miss it. See you there.